Sorry about that earlier. I had technical difficulties.
But it's strange how you motherfuckers rearrange. Tell my mama to tell me. Can't find something to live for. That's something to die.
Let's get that shit. That's my shit there.
Fucking punk. Fuck you, man. Yo, chill. Yo, fuck chill. Check yourself, Q. You gotta snap some collars and let them motherfuckers know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it. You gotta get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the whip behind your back and go out the blaze if you got to. Otherwise, you ain't shit. You might as well be dead your damn self. Trying to tell me I ain't shit? I ain't trying to tell you shit. I tell your mama you ain't shit.
Tell my mama to tell
What you
me.
fighting for? No, nigga, you ready to die? Fucked up, man. Fuck you, man. Yo, chill. Yo, fuck chill. Check yourself,
chill.
You gotta snap some collars and let them motherfuckers know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it.
I feel like
Get
it.
the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the whip behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to. Otherwise, you ain't shit. You might as well be dead your damn self. Trying to tell me I ain't shit? I ain't trying to tell you shit. I tell your mama you ain't shit.
Motherfucker, kill.
Yo, man. What you fighting for? No, nigga, you ready to die?
It ain't that
Fucked
I'm
up.
changing.
Turn your fucking back on me, nigga.
How you motherfuckers rearrange.
Fucking punk, Q. Fuck you, man. Yo, chill. Yo, fuck chill. Check yourself, Q. You gotta snap some collars and let them motherfuckers know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it. You gotta get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the whip behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to. Otherwise, you ain't shit. You might as well be dead your damn self. Trying to tell me I ain't shit? I ain't trying to tell you shit. I tell your mama you ain't shit.
You ain't shit. All right, so check this out. Christian Parker.
What are we fighting for? No, nigga, you ready to die? You fucked up, man. Don't turn your fucking back on me, nigga.
Tell my mama to tell me. Can't find something to
Live for.
That's something to
die. Okay, didn't I tell you about these signs and shit? But y'all gonna start y'all gonna start checking OG out. OG over here speaking the truth.
motherfucker, kill. Oh, shit. It ain't that I'm changing.
We're gonna fast forward through this shit.
But it's strange how you motherfuckers rearrange.
They setting you up, cuz. They setting you up, cuz.
Tell
Oh,
my mama to tell me.
we gonna catch him though.
Can't find something to live for. That's something to die.
Now let's go into this shit here. Let's go into this.
I have to buy you guys lunch. I got to buy lunch again. Could have brought some food, Ted.
All right, Calvin.
Try slipping.
Calvin Watkins of Dallas Morning News. I have a question for each of you. First for Brian. The process to hiring Christian was a little different from when you hired the previous coordinator. Why the change? Why it was so extensive this go around?
Well, I think obviously we wanted to get it right. We're excited about the process and how it worked out. I think, when you look at what we did last year on offense, we went through a very thorough process. And
your offense was fucking horrible. Holy fucking ball. Your shit was horrible. I'm gonna break this shit down real quick. I'm not gonna stream that long today. I'll probably stream for about 30 minutes and I'll probably end it. Yeah, it was horrible. He came out, he didn't say, look, the offense, he should have said the offense is horrible, but he minimized it because the shit was horrible, dog. The offense is horrible this year. Well, he said, hey, man, look, we scored all the points, but you didn't do shit, though. Hit the like and subscribe button. Put that on in the chat real quick. Check us out.
Came away with a bunch of guys that I really hadn't worked known about them for a while. But I think this was really just something where we were excited to say, hey, take a deep breath on offense. We went through a very thorough process and came away with a bunch of guys that I really hadn't worked with, had been known about them for a while. But I think this was really just something where we were excited to say, hey, take a deep breath. Let's get it right. I think we did over 40 total interviews, 9 of which were coordinators. He was the last one, by the way. He was the last Zoom that we did. And every impression we had with CP was just left us wanting more. The conviction that he has, but curious, his calm demeanor. You guys will get to know him. Just the way he carries himself is awesome. But really, the process was thorough. It was long. Jerry and Steven, I think they hung with me, which is great. We did so many layers of this thing, man. I mean, we got into concepts and techniques at every level. To hear Jerry talk about playing 4-eye was really cool for me. He's going back to Arkansas now. So, I mean, I don't think they called them 4 eyes back then, but when we got into the weeds, man, and just every time we spent time with CP, it became very clear that he was the guy for the job.
This is for Christian. Obviously, everyone wants to know, what kind of defense do you want to bring to the Cowboys?
Well, the first thing is we're going to be multiple. I think that whenever you form a defensive structure, it's about the players that you have. So core principles, we'll be a 3-4 by nature, but,
Hold on, fam. We didn't want to hear that shit, nigga. We want to hear your YouTube. We need to hear we're going to be physical on defense. That's what we need to hear. We didn't want to hear all this drama, man. We need to hear we're going to be physical on defense, dog. We don't care about all that, fam. We need to hear we're going to be physical on defense. Come on in, like and subscribe button. That's what we need to hear.
4-3 spacing will be appropriate, 4-2-5 in nickel, different front structures, coverages behind it. But I would say being multiple is probably the most important thing about it.
Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys. First, Shadi, talked about the trust that Jerry and those guys showed in you to lead the process.
Well, again, I think, Jerry and Steve and I, grew very close over the years. Just we had real conversations, as you know, Clarence, and spent a lot of time together. But we did this together, and it was awesome, and the process was awesome. And I'm not being funny when I say, like,
We don't want to hear from you, cuz. We want to hear from Christian about how you're going to make this sorry-ass defense better. Quit trying to fool us with this bullshit.
to get, Jerry to be willing to sit in on 40-something interviews, was extremely.
That's fast forward.
I was talking about his watches and his shoe game.
So I prepared as much as I possibly. Different people along my journey that I've learned under as head coaches and defensive coordinators, number one, and then the diversity of scheme that I've been involved with. And then you kind of become accustomed to what you're comfortable with in your own ideas. You like certain things, you don't like certain things, what will work, what won't work. I think as you kind of get involved with different people, you kind of form your own identity. So when you have that opportunity, you know what you want to do. And I've kind of gone through that process internally for a great deal of my career.
Yeah, they in trouble, fam. He in trouble. He in trouble, fam. They in trouble. I ain't gonna stay on that long today, but man, no physical. We're gonna be a physical defense. We're gonna get after people, man. We finna show up. We're gonna do our best out here with what we have. I know it's not a lot of talent out here, but we need to get better in certain areas. We didn't play well last year. We need to get after people, and we need to win ball games. We don't want to hear all the other bullshit. Let's go, fam.
So I prepared as much as I possibly can at this moment.
And obviously, it wasn't a good year for the Cowboys defensively last year and what they did, but your thoughts on what is in-house here and how you can improve the guys that are already here as opposed to waiting for what happens in the draft?
Yeah, I mean, the game is definitely won and lost up front. And we have significant players in the front seven. And so I think that when you start with that defensive line room and what you're able to do in controlling the pocket, stopping the run, you control what an offense is able to do, and you're able to dictate to them on their terms. So you're not playing the whole playbook when you win first and second down. So I think it starts there. That's where the excitement starts. And there's several other pieces that have been proven playmakers. And we look forward to kind of bringing it all together in the next couple months.
John Machota with The Athletic. Obviously, a big part of your job is teaching. What do you think makes a good teacher?
I think you have to know the student first and foremost. You have to know who you're talking to. What might hit one player's brain is going to hit different than another. So being thorough and being detailed, being very clear and concise in terms of your messaging, and when to correct, when not to correct. Sometimes players got to touch the stove. You just want to do it in a controlled environment. But just how to do that, the diversity of teaching, whether it's on the field, in the meeting room, Kahoot quizzes, physical quizzes, showing them video examples, having them teach in front of a room. There's so many different ways that you can kind of get in the weeds of teaching, scheme, technique, situational awareness. And really, you just want to expose players to as many different examples because it's going to hit everybody differently in terms of how they're able to learn that.
And I don't know, it might be for both of you, but as you were filling out the defensive staff.
Yeah, I mean, that could work out teaching them because they need a lot of. This team is undisciplined, so this could help the Cowboys because we're undisciplined. We need for them to learn what they're doing and to slow down and to be disciplined and stop making mistakes. So he said that he's going to have them to teach other players in film room. Well, that's a good idea. You could have them teaching film room. That's probably what we've been missing. So hopefully this can pan out to what he's saying. But we need to be more physical and learn what we're doing. Like turn it like in the secondary. When the ball's in the air, turn our head around, get our head around fast enough so we can knock the ball down or intercept the ball and know where we are on the field and know our assignment. So let's keep rolling. Let's see what you guys say.
How important was that when you were interviewing candidates, the teaching aspect of it?
Well, I'll take it first. I think,
I hate these damn commercials.
I was impressed with Christian, obviously, through the whole process, but impressed me even more was when I saw him interacting through this process of going through the interviews for the position jobs, right? Like there was an alignment he and I had talked about before we offered them the job about, okay, well, let's talk about some things because obviously there's a very competitive field when you're trying to build a staff and there's good coaches out there. There's good coaches in different realms, but seeing him through the interview process, John, got me really excited about him as a leader. Him being, very comfortable having the hard conversations. That's what I am. I'm a person who loves to have hard conversations. And again, the reason we wanted to talk before we decided to do this partnership was to make sure we could have those hard conversations. And so I think that's something from the very beginning that I felt great about. Anything with staff?
No, I think that we, extensive search, very thorough, trying to just balance it. I think, compatibility is very important. And obviously the teaching element is significant, right? But you want to have the right collection of people by position, whether it's, what schemes they've been in previously, what they've done, their area of focus and expertise when it comes to game planning and all that kind of stuff with player development. And we definitely feel like we have the right mix.
Is the interview process the first time you guys have ever met?
No, we met when we had joint practice when I was in Denver in 2022. There was like a little coaches mixer at Ocean Prime out there in the Denver Tech area. We met real quick.
See how smart he is? I wouldn't remember
Yeah,
that.
we met real quick.
I was consulting
But that was just quick handshake introduction. There was a bunch of other people around during that time, but actually having, conversation and talking football and everything else, this process was the first time.
And you guys know this with me, like this is a name that I've had in my notebook for the last couple of years. People just kept talking about this guy from Denver and Green Bay originally, but Denver.
So Christian has been here to save his ass because Scotty's not going to get too many turns to get this shit right too many times. They got to score point in the red zone, and then when it's back on the defense again, they got to fucking make a stop on defense, get a ball to poor ass Dak Prescott, because we're going to be playing, like you said, we're going to be playing multiple fronts, different fronts. We're going to be playing the 3-4, the 4-3, the 4-2, because maybe that's how he can best he can get out of these guys until we get some talent on here. So this is going to be confusing. It's going to be an experiment with Christian. He's here to save fucking Scotty's ass. Let's keep rolling.
And then in Philadelphia, and so he was a name that I'd been, hearing a lot about for a long time, no different than Clayton Adams, in terms of, hey, if you ever get a shot, these would be names that you would be intelligent and smart to talk to.
Yeah. Hey, Christian, Nick Harris, Fort Worth Star Telegram, congratulations. Obviously, your experience is pretty deep. Brian had mentioned Vic Fangio, but also Vance Joseph, even Mike Elko. How do you see those guys playing into you building this scheme and call sheet for the first time in your career? And where do you see your little nuances coming into play?
Yeah, a lot of them have a lot of similarities but differences. I think foundationally, Vic, Vance, Mike Pettin, Coach Elko, Ajero Evero all came out of a 3-4 structure. I think that once you get past that, from the fronts you build and the coverages you do and the personality on third down, red zone, you definitely have a mentality as a play caller, but I think that it's still going to be designed around the players that you have. So there's different nuances that I've taken from each one of them. And even people outside of that, as I've had extensive studies and you build relationships outside of the circle you've been in that you want to incorporate with what you want to do.
And then are you more of a guy that falls into the line of thinking of building a scheme around the players or acquiring players to fit the scheme?
I think you build it around the players. Of course, you want to have your core principles and foundational beliefs.
Hey, man, these fucking questions, man, they weak as fuck, man. Look, man, go out there and ask him, look, we know this defense gave up close to 2,000 yards or more than that last year in 25. How can you get physical with this bunch? What do you need out of these guys so they can turn the corner to be more physical defense, to show you they're ready to play in 2026, to figure out who needs to be here, who don't need to be here, and can you improve this team better than what the hell it is? What's up with all these weak-ass questions, man? They ain't got no – see, I told you. Man, check a shot, man. I'm open. Shit pissing me off, man. Pussy-fied ass video.
It ain't been on change. But it's strange how you motherfuckers for your brain.
I'm telling you, man. Something don't seem right here. With these weak-ass questions, go out there and say, look, man, how we going to be physical? How we going to win some ball games? How we going to win some ball games, man? All right, look, with all the who's coming back, who's not coming back, what do you need from these guys? And what can you get out of these guys? And how can you get them prepared for 2026? What out with the bullshit questioning, man? They don't have no real gangsters up in there. You're asking the questions, man. Is Jerry and his bullshit? Little weak ass media in there. Let's go on to this bullshit interview, man.
You know, but as you kind of move forward in the process, what do your guys do well? How can you put good players in highlighted positions? How can you create one-on-ones for certain guys? How you can protect certain guys? You know, if we can win on blitzes on a running back, then we're going to blitz a lot. You know, if we got good man-to-man corners, we're going to play man. You know, if we have guys that are better with zone vision, we're going to play more zone. So, you know, you want to build a package that has diversity and scheme, and then you want to, you know, tailor it to the players that you have. And, of course, there are schematic fits, you know, but I think the really good players are the ones that you can't peg them in a certain scheme, and that's the only way they can play football. You want to have guys that no matter what scheme they're in, they can be significant contributors, and then you want to just highlight it around their strengths.
Okay, I like the way that sounds. So, basically, some of the guys that's on the roster now, they ain't going to make it. There's going to be a lot of releases, dog, because a lot of the guys we got now, they're lazy. Their work ethic is lazy. They don't go to the gym. They don't get in shape. They don't pay attention to where the ball is. They constantly get, Hooker, you out of here. Bland, you on the chopping block. Donovan Wilson, you out of here. I'm telling you. I hope that we can get the best out of this defensive coordinator, because now I'm trying to pick it apart, his conversation apart, and what he has in mind. What he's saying is we got a bunch of lazy motherfuckers on this team that getting paychecks, and we have ranked the number 31, 32 defenses in the NFL, and we're the weakest. We need to get below in the what? I'm okay, but and fucking in the 20th, ranked 20th or below on defense. So it's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of cuts. And if you ain't going to make it in 2026, be on this team, you're out of here. So all the bullshit, chugging and jiving is done in 2026. I kind of see where he's kind of going with this. He's telling you that I'm gonna be a gangster, and I want these players. I want what out of these players. This weak ass interview, all the questions are not what they should be asking, but he's telling you what's going on. And I'm gonna break it down a little bit more.
You mentioned those core beliefs, philosophies. What are those for you? One or two?
Yeah, I think you know, definitely want to, you know, stop the run and affecting the quarterback. I think are the two most important things you can do. You affect the quarterback by stopping the run. Sometimes affecting the quarterback comes through pressure. Sometimes it comes through disguise. Sometimes it comes through just the talent that you're able to have and the ability to play, the play style. But I think those two things are where it starts. Because if you can stop the run, you can get teams in predictable downs on second, get back on track, and then third and longs, then you have more schematic versatility. If we're playing a whole bunch of 3rd and 2s and 3rd and 3s, usually those aren't the defenses that are successful. But if you can win first down and you're strong in the fundamentals, we're getting off blocks, we're tackling, we're attacking the football, we're situationally aware, those are the ones that are successful.
Tom.
Okay, all right. I'm liking the way this sounding because if you're not physical enough on this defense, you're out of here. You're out of here in 2026. And you're not being what you're going to be told. Hey, I'm telling you, it ain't going to be no more ride and do what the fuck you want to do for the last 2 or 3 years since you left Dan Quinn's game. He ain't playing around, dog. So Donovan Wilson, Hooker, and the linebackers that we got, and hell, Osa can be fucking cut. At this point of time, nobody's job is safe right now. It's what he's saying. If you can't play this style of football, your ass is out of here. I kind of like that. Because we have been candy asses for the last 3 to 4 to 5 years. Do what the hell they want to do, acting a fool out here on the field, getting PIs, getting holding calls, offsides, doing dumb shit. Okay, here we go. That's what I'm talking about.
DallasCowboys.com. Hey, Christian. Just overall, in your past, you've had a strong track record with corners and developing them. What do you make of some of the guys that you've got now here in Dallas, like a Savon Rebel or a Deron Bland? What do you see their next steps being your vision?
Yeah, I mean, they have different strengths. Definitely evaluated Rebel last year in the draft process. Had one of his teammates at Denver, Jaquan McMillan from ECU, so kind of had a little bit of intel there. But, his ability to erase receivers in press coverage, he's very aggressive in run support, and he has the long speed and athletic traits that you want at the position. Obviously, coming off the injury, getting him healthy is a significant part of that, and him having the confidence to do so. And then Bland just, he's instinctive and he takes the ball away at a high rate. You saw that from Sac State to Fresno to now here. So very excited to work with those guys.
Now that you're the coordinator, not as much time to spend with the defensive backs, how do you plan to manage your time so that you can still, keep developing defensive backs like you have in the past and also manage all the units on your defense?
Yeah, well, I think it starts with the coaches that we hired. Have a lot of confidence in Derek Ansley, Ryan Smith, and Rob Muschamp in the secondary to drive the bus when it comes to that and the development. Obviously, my eyes are naturally going to start there when it comes to it, and I'm going to have to fight the magnetic force during individual periods that's going to draw me to the DBs and go somewhere else. But
so Bland and Rebel, and he's gonna try to get the best out we can in the corner. But Bland and Rebel may be the starting corners. We don't know yet because of Bland's split. But I think they should put Bland in the slot and then go draft the corner. I think they're going to draft the cornerback or safety in the first round. In the second round, first and second round, it could be safety, could be cornerback. I wouldn't be surprised if they let him take over this defensive this draft. I mean, I hate to say that, but they got to sort this secondary up, man. They got to get physical corners, physical safeties, linebacker, and then pass rusher. I think they're gonna trade Pickens. I really do think they're gonna trade Pickens. I really do. I think they're gonna trade Pickens. They need depth. They need to get better on defense. I just don't want him to be. It's gonna be rough his first year because we don't have the talent on defense that he wants right now. Talent. And he needs to go fishing for that talent. But let's keep going. Like where I'm going with this.
I have a lot of confidence in those guys to teach and develop those players, and we're excited about that.
Jane
Slater, NFL Network. Coach, do you think last year your team had a defensive identity? And if it didn't, what did you want it to be at the end of the season?
Yeah, again, I think, talking to the players, I think they did feel that way a little bit. And I think, there was a change that was made, and the change was made when we got Quinnen. And all of a sudden the 5 down becomes real. And so you start making those adjustments. The biggest thing I would say, Jane, though, was it was more about the identity moving forward. And that's why the process was so long. That's why it was so many Zooms and so many interviews. And you get the coordinator, you're not done.
Man, just come out and say we fucking suck, man. Shit. All right, man. She asked you, did you have an identity for 2025? And why you made all the changes? Oh, well, back putting Williams in. Man, fuck that. You suck all around. You brought that motherfucker in, man. You brought that defensive coordinator in here. Tell the truth, man. You suck. You gave up 600 yards a game. You fucking won fucking 7 games. And then when you got the ball back on offense, you didn't do a motherfucking thing. You set your defense up for failure because you couldn't score in the red zone. But he too scared to come out and say that, look, we didn't get it done in 2025. We didn't get it done in 2025. Shit. We sucked ass. We number 31, 32 ranked defense. Come on, man, with this interview shit, man. Be real, man. She asked you, what's your identity? Did you have identity? Oh, we didn't have identity, but it changed that. We went and got Williams. And that didn't fucking help you when you got Williams. Roll on, man. I won't be on that long today.
Because again, Christian's a great coach, but again, you got to have the position rooms, managed the same way. What's been awesome for me, Jane, has been the excitement of our players. Our players are around a little bit, whether they're just hanging around, but they're coming to see him and be around. You see the excitement for Christian and the other staff and the connection that's already started. And so for me, that gets me excited because again, that's what you want. You want these guys to be excited about not only what Christian, but Marcus Dixon, Scott Simons are all going to bring to this defense, and there will be an identity and there will be a philosophy. And I think that we've done the first part, but there's still a lot of work left.
Keegan really enjoys telling people that she was a St. Jude patient. She really.
My next one's for Christian. One thing we got.
I said earlier, that when they brought him in, this defense is going to have to play better than the offense because his fucking offense stinks because of Dak Prescott. It stinks big time. So he has to set himself up to say, look, you're not going to lose because of me. You're going to fucking lose because of Scotty and his fucking play call in this offense. And that's the mentality that we have to have in 2026 because the offense is so bad. Because when we get to the 50-yard line, we got to kick a field goal because we can't score on third downs to pick up the first down to keep driving. And when we get in the red zone, we can't score a touchdown. We always got to kick a fucking field goal. So now he has to come in here, Christian, to try to fix the secondary, the linebacker core, and the pass rushing. And go from there. Let's see what this ball got to say.
To know with Shotty last year was his why. What was your why when you got into coaching?
I think that I had a lot of coaches over the course of my life that really helped develop me outside of my parents. The discipline, the confidence factor, the team element of it. I think, I'm the oldest of 3 boys. So, being a big brother, there's an element of that in the coaching for situations. And that's when the best players show up.
Garrett Podell, CBS Sports. Christian Bryant talked about using 5 down fronts to get guys like Quentin Williams, Osa Digizua, and Kenny Clark all on the field. What is your thought on kind of making sure 3 highly paid interior defensive players get, commensurate play time given their money?
Yeah, I think you have different ways of doing that. 5 down is one of them. There's some different 4 down structures you can do that with as well. There's 6 down presentations you can do that with as well. So like I said earlier, the defensive line and winning the game up front is significant. So how we can change the math and get our best players on the field will always be a part of what we do.
Brian, I know you've talked about here when it comes to player acquisition and things like that. Obviously, Jerry runs the show for that. But what have your talks been with him about in terms of rebuilding the defense, the
Didn't I tell you about these guys? Got his own sports media, man. I gotta pop this on in there for you. He got his own fucking sports media, man. This motherfucker got his own sports media. You see all the guys, man, they got their own shit. Their job, their fucking job is to convince you that these motherfuckers are good. That this team is good. This team gonna be all right in 2026. We're gonna make it to the playoffs. We got this player doing that. We got this. We got this going. I did not tell y'all about the fucking hook. I told y'all about the hook, man. Watch the signs, man. There's another sign, man, to keep you around. And look at all these young guys, man. Their job is to keep your ass in tune, to keep you on the hook, man. To keep these motherfuckers in the news. These motherfuckers gonna be on NFL Network. They're gonna be on ESPN. They're gonna be on the Twitter. They're gonna talk about this interview all the way up into the weekend, until the draft process get here. They're gonna keep your ass on the hook. They ain't asking those hard, difficult questions, man. They ain't got no gangsters up in the interview room asking, look, man, look, this team has sucked for 31 years. What are you going to do to change it? And how are we going to start winning some ball games? That's the kind of shit I want to hear come out the sports writer's mouth. I haven't heard any of this bullshit come out their fucking mouth. This bullshit ass interview. Little ass kids, man. Look at these little ass kids asking questions, man. We need grown ass gangsters up in there, Negroes, all white folks in there that's going to tired of losing.
Resources the team can maybe look to committing for that in free agency?
Yeah, I think it's really just getting started, Garrett. I think you come out of this search and you go through this process of hiring the staff, and now we're going through the process of making sure the critical factors by position are filled out, as we get ready to go into an exciting time of the combine and the draft prep and free agency and all that stuff. But it's an exciting time. And the one thing about our process is it's going to be daily. It's going to be 24/7, 365. And like I say, Jerry's a great listener, man. And he asked.
The Philly hate being.
You can't.
Introducing Virtual Up from Nespresso. Your coffee, your way.
And I think that definitely as the year goes on, you find your personality from your play style and your players and putting them in those situations. I think that, playoff football, especially, in the elements, that's when the real defenses definitely show up in January and February. But you definitely want to, try to approach the offseason and training camp in a way that you can start fast in terms of execution. That's most important in the fundamental.
So that means ain't going to be no lollygagging. You already said ain't going to be no motherfucking Dak fucking off with the broomstick up his booty hole and acting funny out there on the damn field and running around, George Pickens out there clowning Ferguson. Nah, they finna get popped. They finna get popped on this defense. They finna get popped, dog. They finna get hit. He talking about playoff football, dog. That's what he talking about. He talking about getting to the playoffs. If you ain't here to tackle, come up and hit, and be accountable for your actions on the football field, go somewhere else and play, homeboy. Go somewhere else and play. Take your ass off down to the Titans or Cleveland. Look, to them. That's what I want to hear. They ain't gonna ask these motherfucking hard ass questions. All right, but he gonna come out and tell you what he's looking for in these guys. Yeah. So ain't no fucking around. And no more putting stick between your booty hole. We're coming after you doing throughout the OTAs, training camp, and we finna shut your ass down, Dak. We're in a place for many years. Yeah. Let's go. Let's keep going to interview. Yeah. That's what I want to hear. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right, say the things I want to hear. Let's keep going.
Fundamentals, because those, it doesn't matter what your scheme is if you don't do the little things the right way. So you have to start there, and then as you.
Uh-oh, you hear that? You hear that, Donovan? You hear that, Hooker? You hear that, linebacker core? You hear that, Bland? You got to do the little things. The little thing. I've been saying this shit for years. You got to do the little things, man, to win in NFL, man. That what got you there. He's got the mentality. He's got the mentality.
Fucking punk, Q. Fuck you, man. Yo, chill. No, fuck chill. Check yourself, Q. You gotta snap some collars and let them motherfuckers know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it.
You hear that? He ready to take my fuck. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm gonna play that clip for you again. Yeah, he got their ass there. Yeah.
Fuck you, man. Yo, chill. No, fuck chill.
A lot of that shit going on preseason.
You gotta snap some collars and let them motherfuckers know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it. You gotta get the ground beneath.
He telling their asses, look, if you ain't here to win, I don't give a fuck about what kind of car you drive, what kind of chains on your neck, what kind of cell phone you got, what kind of motherfucking house you got, how many carriers and look, you ain't gonna be putting the same shit that Diggs pull. You ain't gonna be doing the same shit out here, flow boat and kicking it. And if y'all fucking off in the media, you out of here. He's disciplined. And I hope he sticks, hold him accountable. Bring some talent in here to win, fam. Let's keep it rolling.
Your feet, partner. Get the whip behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to. Otherwise, you ain't shit. You might as well be dead your damn self. Trying to tell me I ain't shit? I ain't trying to tell you shit. I tell your mama you ain't shit.
Hey, it's finna be some fighting. It's finna be some fighting. And it's finna be some fighting in training camp and OTAs and all that shit. Let's keep it rolling on the interview.
Kind of get through the season, you continue to build on those foundational blocks. And then you should have a really good idea as the year goes and the roster is more consistent in terms of what you do and don't do well.
And the Philly hate being real. What did it feel like taking off the green and putting on the blue? And have you heard from any of your players there that said, man, why'd you have to go there?
Yeah. I mean, first they were just really excited for me to have this opportunity. Of course, they had mixed emotions about having to, see each other twice a year on different sidelines, but just excited and blessed for this, being here. I think, again, any team you talk to in the division, there's going to be some emotions about that, but it's all respect at the end of the day because, we're all trying to reach a common goal, and everybody has those individual aspirations to make that happen.
Did it feel weird putting on blue?
It did, but that didn't last too long. Yeah.
Blake Elliott, one of 5 fans for you, Coach Parker. If I did my research correctly, political science degree you finished with. How was that understanding of leadership and systems helped you be a better coach when you were in your other stops and continuing to be when you were going to be a defensive coordinator?
Yeah. I think, going to the University of Richmond, small school, small class size.
They just got these young guys asking questions, man. They just not tough questions, man. These young guys, man. They're there to take over the old heads, man. They're there to take over the old heads, dog.
Obviously, in the political science realm, a lot of the stuff is centered around the debate element or discussion. So when you have those conversations about different leaders in the past, whether it's, on the philosophy side or world leaders in different countries and figuring out different vantage points on why they did what they did, I think it definitely leads into the coaching world, whether it's your Marcus.
About them, these guys have shown.
The problem with having such a young staff, and how do you overcome that with the staff?
No, I don't think so at all. I think, you're talking, I think 6 of the 9 guys we hired on defense have NFL experience. I think I go back to 2 things, energy and connection. I can see the excitement of our players. Marquise Bell was in today. DeMarvion Overshown came in yesterday. Like, the guys are excited. They're excited about Christian and the staff that we put together. I think, again, we left no stone unturned in the search. You know, a couple guys from college, a couple guys that have been coordinators before, different levels of football. And at the end of the day, man, if you can teach and motivate these guys and get them to know you care about them, these guys have shown they will run through a brick wall for you. And I think that's what we're going to get.
Christy Scales, Cowboys Radio 105.3. Christian, first of all, thank you. It's been 36 years of these press conferences, and now I have Marcus Aurelius and Seneca to put on my press conference bingo.
I've
So
never
check
used
them
that,
off.
Christy. Is that what you're saying? I've never used that.
Correct.
I use Ted Lasso and things like that. Way to go.
He wasn't talking about Seneca Wallace.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm waiting for the believe sign to go over there. Coach Lasso. And one thing that we hear often when there are changes on a coaching staff is coaching the coaches. The first part of this question, Brian, how long, because there was such different backgrounds offensively last year, how long did it take where you really thought everyone hit their stride in terms of coaching the coaches?
And passing concepts and route concepts and what is our
a long task. And I think we've started, but like I said, we're just getting started. And the biggest piece we're in right now, they're getting ready to do playbook, but right now it's personnel driven.
And so the Christian, the part to you in juggling that and where you've got, putting a playbook together, but also evaluations going into the draft. I mean, what are the immediate priorities in terms of, the staff that you brought on board, but then all of the other things that are happening going into the draft?
For sure. I think that, it definitely starts with the players. We want to be on the, have a shared vision in terms of what we're looking for, what we're prioritizing. Different positions require different things. I think that the play style that we want to exhibit is crucial. So you want to find players that fit in that mold. And then as we move on, you kind of get into, the offensive language. What are we calling formations? And
if you're not going to fit in this scheme, you ain't going to make it, dog. You might as well start looking for a job other place and go to free agency. Tell you want to be traded up out of there. He want physical corners. He want the best out of you. He want Lottie at. Hey, you're going to have to earn your roster spot this year, fam. Let's keep rolling.
Passing concepts and route concepts and what is our language for tackling and taking the ball away, and then front structures, coverages, the whole nine. You just kind of go through the whole process and take it piece by piece.
Language, is that something where you use a lot that they've used already, or are you planning on introducing a lot new?
I think you do both. I mean, right now there's not really, the players aren't here consistently to say what they've called different things. I mean, there's been 4 different defenses in the last 4 years, so there's not a lot of continuity relative to that. So I think it starts with, the staff just, we're in the room upstairs and we kind of start with the foundation of what we want to call things and make sure it's streamlined in a way that's easily digestible for the players. And then you build on that in different realms.
Experience Japan on a journey customized to you.
So basically,
explore futuristic cities.
If you fucking out there on your assignments, y'all ass is going to be on the bench. Your ass is going to be on the bench, fam. If you're giving up big plays and you suck, we have been dealing with that shit for many of years, dog. Cornerbacks getting beat. So, Seatbelt Carson and all them guys, they in trouble, fam. They better get their ass out there, get their backpedaling going, and start getting their head around and get in the weight room, and let's get physical out here. They're in trouble. We got to compete with fucking the Rams, Seattle, San Francisco, the Bears, all those guys, man. Playoff teams.
The Cowboys, Jones, shouted that there will be significant upgrades made on the roster for your defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think that anytime, you're trying to elevate and do things from year to year, you're always looking at the roster and how you can make it better. So I think that's pretty much a given wherever you're at.
Is your youth an advantage? I mean, Clowney was 33. I mean, do you see your youth as an advantage here?
I mean, I don't know. I've always been young, so I don't know. I don't know.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Ask us. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Not you, Brad. You're fine, Brad. You're good.
I don't know anything else. So I mean, I think the work ethic and schematic diversity in terms of who I've worked for and who I've been around and how I was raised, that has to be the advantage in the staff we've hired and the collaboration, more so than maybe my age.
You started HBCU. Can you just talk about your journey I mean, it seemed like it's been a meteoric rise from where you started to being a coordinator at this young age. Why? What's been the key for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, just, Latrell Scott hired me as a, 21-year-old coming out of university.
Pretty talented nickels at most of your spots in the NFL. How
From the top.
And last year, I know that was a frustrating part of the team. I would assume that he'd want to be here for that, so.
We were all involved in it, and I wouldn't read too much the fact that he's not here.
I don't believe Jerry.
Team meeting, he didn't really like that very much. He can maybe speak to that, but the excitement's real, and it's from top to bottom. It's from Jerry down to the staff and the guys that he's going to be looking over on the defensive staff are really excited.
Perhaps I'll be more direct. Is this, for all of us that are looking at this, this is a little different. Is that intentional in the sense that he wants to make this, give you a little bit more of the reins?
I don't think so. No, Jerry's very involved. You guys know that. But at the end of the day, this was a great hire for the Cowboys. We were all involved in it.
And I know,
and I wouldn't read too much the fact that he's.
It's not in the interview. God damn it. Thank you, God, for Jerry Jones not being in the fucking interview. Right in your mouth. You're probably on the fucking vacation. But thank God he is not fucking there. And Steven, stay your punk ass out of the affairs and get out of the way and let these young men coach this fucking team. You nosy, statistical, bullying ass owner. Let's keep it rolling.
He's not here.
I don't believe Jerry was here for this the last two times. Yeah.
I just,
For
all I'm
food
saying is,
sourcing.
given last year, I know that was a frustrating part of the team. I would assume that he'd want to be here for that, so.
Your former boss, Vic Fangio, once claimed that he had the secret to stopping the Cowboys. I wanted to know what you learned from him, and did he give you that secret?
You didn't tell us that in the interview.
From 2021 when we were in Denver, came here. Yeah. I mean, that was the completely different teams, completely different play callers. Everything was different. So, no, I think, I don't think that you've read too much into that. That wasn't team specific.
What did you learn from him as a defensive coach?
I don't know if we have enough time for me to explain all that, to be honest with you. I mean, he just foundationally what he believes in, how he coaches, his consistency and his approach. He's done this for so long, but he's always evolved. He's always a step ahead. He studies everything around the league in the offseason. He coaches the coaches, but he also gives you the latitude to be responsible for your area. And he just, he's great. I've learned so much from him. I don't know if we have enough time for me to really get into all that, but he's significantly changed my career.
Scott.
Christian, are you a sideline guy or booth guy? Is there a philosophy behind whichever that'll be?
We've discussed that. I think, we'll try some different methods. So I don't want to commit to anything in that regard.
Todd.
Shotty's talked about the Zooms that you've had. What was your impression of the Zooms, and were you trying to ask them as many questions as they were asking you as well, just to get your feel for what it is here?
Yeah, you could definitely tell it was a very involved and thorough process when we started it. That being the first step and kind of learning everybody and you learning the people that were on the other side of a call. I know sometimes it can feel a little weird because, you're just talking into the computer screen like that. But, you want the engagement. So, everybody's cameras were on. You had good eye contact. There was good dialogue back and forth. There were definitely questions asked in both directions.
Yeah, I think, well, first of all, before I even get into that, I think, when you go through a process like this, right, it's not just about the interactions. I mean, I can't.
When they kind of had that interaction already, I mean, what?
I've had a teammate that I've been around before too. Some guys, discussions that coincide with that as well. But just getting to build that relationship. Some guys you have prior relationships with. Some guys, you talk to.
All right, let's cut it off.
Yo, man, what are we fighting for? Fuck you, man. Yo, chill. No, fuck chill. Check yourself, Q. You gotta snap some collars and let them motherfuckers know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it. You gotta get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the whip behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to.
So, we heard the interview. I fast forward through a lot of bullshit talking going on. So so what he's basically saying is if you can't fit this scheme we got going forward, they already done pinpointed who they want out of here. That's why you got players coming in and kissing ass and players. Look, they trying to fit in, man. So they better get their shit together in 2026, man. If you ain't, then you get to playing around doing the shit that you did in the last couple of years. 2 or 3 years of Dallas, your ass is out of here, man. Y'all ass is out of here, fam. Yeah, you out of here, though. You out of here, fam. I'm telling you. So he already said we're going to play multiple fronts. We're looking for players to fit this scheme. I'm going to try to do my best to win ball games, but whatever you ain't doing, Scotty, that's on you, fam. I can't control the offense. I can't score points for y'all. I can get you some interceptions. I can stop the run. That's our main part, is stopping the run this year and creating pressure and blitzing. And I'm going to get the players that I think they can help benefit this team in here. He's already looking over the roster as we speak today. And already meet with his players, scheme. He's going over the scheme. He knows his team really well. But if you ain't going to buy into this system, your ass is out of here. So Hooker, Donovan, and all other guys, Seatbelt Carson, all other guys that want to be lazy and don't want to do nothing on defense, your ass is gone, fam. And Scotty, look, man, look, I ain't going to be your scapegoat, fam. I'm sorry, Scotty. But that's going to do it for Phil and JP. Want to holler at you real quick. Ain't got much time today. But, yeah.
So why are you doing this? Because you can't win, Rob. This guy will kill you to death inside of 3 rounds. You're crazy. What else? He's just another fighter. No, he ain't just another fighter. This guy is a wrecking machine. And he's hungry.
He's been hungry. See, he's signed that contract.
I want to talk about that 10 title defenses. What was easy?
You mean it's easy?
Day one.
Y'all ass in trouble this year.
Setups? Yeah, they were setups. It's good fighters, but they wasn't killers like this guy. You're not getting tomorrow.
This guy is a winner, man. This guy's a winner, and this guy's better be come out here to play, and he's very physical. Young. This guy's a winner, and he's going to come out here, and he's going to set the tone. And don't be plucking around on defense with this guy. No way. I'll let y'all about this guy. Hey. But we got to watch the signs, though. Don't let them set you up, Christian. We need you to be physical. Come out here and set the tone and get the defense ready. And if you got to, we can draft the quarterback. I hate to draft the corner the first round, but at safety first, corner second, or trade Pickens to get some picks up in here. Or you got to get good on our free agency. There we go.
They don't want to come to me. They're not coming to you, keep your lay out the truth. I am ranked number 1. But this ball been taking the easy match.
Never bombs.
I'm telling you and everybody here, I'll fight them anywhere.
That's gonna do it, PDJP, old school though. I just want to holler at y'all though. That get ready for physical. Get ready for a physical defense this year, guys. And then a new look. And if you look, it's gonna be a lot of changes on defense. If you ain't gonna fucking come out here to tackle the cover, to pay attention to what's going on, your ass is out of here, fam. Don't give these motherfuckers no chance, Christian, to come out here and badmouth you. You got to get the roster in here that you need on defensive line, secondary, and linebacker core. By any means necessary, family. By any means necessary. You don't want to give punk ass Dak Prescott and Scotty no fucking option to blame shit on you. You don't want that shit at all because it's gonna come down. You see all those guys that never show it. The sports media, no, man, them pins are ready and them tweets are ready to talk shit about you if your defense gonna be garbage in 26. Don't give them no motherfucking reason to. Come out here and be strong, hold it down, fam. So if you lazy on defense in 24, 25, the last 2 or 3 years, if you've been lazy, your ass is out of here, fam. You're not going to get away with your lazy ass backpedaling, your lazy ass tackling, you're not being aggressive, you're missing tackles, constantly missing fucking tackles, getting penalties, doing stupid shit out on the field, not showing up, tweeting, and doing the shit that Diggs is doing. That shit is silence. Shit changes. A new day with this young man. He ain't playing around with y'all ass no more. So go out here and show these fools. Don't make them look anything more than how you want them to be, family. It's going to do old school P and JP, though. We're going to be out of here, man. Things coming on in, set the tone. I hear you say, you done said some of the things that I love about you.
He's just another fight. This guy is a wrecking machine, and he's hungry. Since you want, I want to talk about the 10 title defenses. That was easy. Easy. Setups. Setups. Good fighters, but they wasn't killers like this guy.
Are you always on the hunt for the latest buzz in the world of sports? Look no further. Dive into Feignan JP, your ultimate destination for the hottest sports gossip. From thrilling game analyses to interviews of fans, this channel has it all. Stay updated with the highs and lows, the cheers, and the surprises from the world of sports. Feel like you're right in the stadium with our vivid storytelling and dynamic content. Don't miss out on any scoop. Hit that like button, share with your fellow sports fanatics, and subscribe to keep your sports knowledge ahead of the curve. Feignan JP is just a click away. Join the community today.
What? You're as disgraced to this sport. Shut up, old man. You let something where to come from. That boy, your family doing real nice, ain't it? You call yourself a fighter? Prove it up.
Have a good night. Stay up. Stay positive. I'm starting to feel some good vibes with this Christian guy. Stay up. Stay positive, everybody. We got work to do on this defense. Work to do. Work to do, family. Restructure Dak's contract. Trade Pickens up out of here. And fucking let's bring in some reinforcements to get better on defense. We can't be fucking 31 and 32 in 2026. Fix the defense, Christian. We know it's going to take small building blocks, but we're with you on that, family. We patient. We've been patient for 31 motherfucking years. We've been patient for 31 years, Christian. I'm patient with you. Now go out there and win that thing and build. I'm patient with you, family. We got to be patient. Have a good night. Peace.